Hey guys, it's Allison. I hope you're having a super happy day so far. Welcome if you are new to my channel. I'm so glad you found me and you're hanging out for a little bit. If you do like what you see, please subscribe and stick around. I make lots of fun videos and I would love to have you along. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for constantly encouraging me and supporting me. So the topic of today's video is pretty interesting. So if you are in college or maybe you're about to be in college, a freshman, that is so incredibly exciting. I remember when I was about to be a freshman and all the nerves and jitters I had, and there's lots of decisions you have to make too, and one of the biggest decisions that I had to make in my freshman year and that I thought a lot about the summer before I came to college was if I wanted to join a sorority. So that is what I'm going to talk about today. So ultimately I did not join a sorority, and I'm just going to share some reasons why I chose not to. And just a disclaimer, this is nothing against sororities or Greek life whatsoever. I mean, I know it is such a big source of joy for so many people, and I think that is incredible, but I feel like it's not really shared much about why people don't want to join a sorority, and I really think this could be helpful for some people if they're kind of on the fence and want to see some reasons why not to, because I feel like that's not really brought in the light too much. So I'm going to share the reasons why I decided not to join a sorority. Okay, so the first reason I decided against it was because I felt like it was important for me to make friends in different ways. So what I mean by that is when I came to college, I really felt it was important to, of course, make friends. And I know sororities and fraternities are such a great way to do that. But it was important to me to make friends who weren't all like me. And I'm not saying that everyone in your sorority is necessarily like you, but I do believe that's kind of the point of it. So, so when you're rushing and stuff, you kind of are interviewed, and I don't know a whole lot about the rushing process because the recruitment process, because I've never been through it myself. But I do know that you're interviewed a lot and you are chosen if the girls think you would mesh well and, you know, be a good fit for that house or sorority. And to me, it was really important to make friends who aren't like me and kind of build friendships that I never really thought possible, because it's great to have friends who like have the same interests as you and kind of look the same way as you, I guess. But to me, I really wanted to make friends who were different than me so I could learn more about, you know, their cultures or their life or their opinions, because then I feel like I would have a greater grasp about the world and other people. So that's kind of one reason why I decided I didn't really want to be just grasped by that group, because I wanted to find other ways to make friends in college. So the ways that I made friends was joining lots of clubs. I joined the Florida Sisterhood, which is a club. It's kind of like the ambassadors of Florida, the University of Florida, and we give tours to prospective students and do lots of other fun things. And that was really a perfect community for me when I first came to college, because it definitely is important to kind of find your community so you don't feel lonely and have a support system. So I was very grateful for the Florida Sisterhoods. But if you don't join a sorority, I definitely recommend finding another group to kind of, you know, find your niche. But I love the Florida Sisterhoods because I met so many people I would have never met. So the second reason I decided not to join a sorority is because it is an expensive lifetime investment. So there are lots of costs associated with Greek life. I mean, there's a fee to just rush in the first place that I wasn't really willing to pay, and I definitely wanted to spend my money on other things. And then I know you have to pay for like meal plans, and I never even wanted a meal plan in the first place. Even like at the dining hall at my college, I really prefer just to grocery shop. I don't eat a lot of different foods, so it's important to me to kind of buy my own foods instead of being forced into a meal plan. That was actually a big factor for me. And also I know there's lots of kind of other fees involved for activities and formals, and it just wasn't what I wanted to spend my money on. I mean, I just wanted to spend my money on travel or camera equipment or other things like that, and I just couldn't see myself spending money on sorority things. And also I know lots of people in sororities have lots of t-shirts, and this is such a silly reason why I didn't want to join a sorority, but I honestly do not like wearing t-shirts. I just don't like wearing t-shirts. And so I feel like I wouldn't fit in that aspect because everyone wears the t-shirts with their symbol or whatever it's called, and I just couldn't see myself spending money on t-shirts that I really would not enjoy wearing. I know, such a silly reason, but it really did go play a part in making my decision. Okay, number 3. So number 3 is that I really just honestly don't enjoy nightlife too much. I do not think I am cut out for that lifestyle whatsoever. I don't enjoy drinking or being out late. It's just that I don't like being downtown and stuff. I feel very like insecure, and it's just not my cup of tea. And that's totally fine if it's your cup of tea. It's just not mine. So I knew if I would join a sorority, there would be formals and kind of events that you're actually required to go to. And I knew that I would just kind of dread those events and not look forward to them. And I definitely didn't want to live my life that way. And I knew that isn't the kind of college experience that I wanted. So again, I don't know exactly what's involved in the rules with formals. It probably varies between sororities too, but I knew I would get very tired of going out all the time, because even though I do like to stay up late, I like to be indoors, like with the candle on, watching a movie, working on homework, working on videos. I like a whole different lifestyle, and I think when you're making this decision, you kind of just have to take a step back and see what really makes you happy. If you love to socialize and love to go out late and love to party and love to dance, then do it. I mean, I think that could totally work for you, but for me, it's just not what I wanted. Okay, now another reason, this is actually my final reason, is that I already had a boyfriend and I was invested in other things already. So I know this kind of sounds silly, maybe it doesn't, but since I already had a boyfriend at college who wasn't involved in Greek life, I think it would have been really awkward and stressful to, again, try to go to the formals and go to all the events, because I know you're supposed to take a date most of the time, and my poor boyfriend Brandon, he is a mechanical engineer, and he majored in mechanical engineering, and the poor guy, he was working all day. If you know about engineering, it's a very difficult major and a very involved major, so he would not be able to go with me to the formals and events all the times, even though he's such a trooper and would always offer. He just wouldn't be able to, and that wouldn't be fair to him, and I wouldn't want to go with other guys. That just doesn't sound fun, you know? So that kind of also played a part in that too, because since I was already in a relationship and I wasn't seeking one, those kind of like mingling functions just weren't appealing. And also I was invested in other things coming into college already. There were friendships that I had made in high school, and you know, I had my job at Disney. There were just lots of other things that I wanted to keep a priority in my life, and I didn't really think there was enough time to give my life and give myself to my sorority. So I hope that wasn't too mumbly and jumbly, but those are just some of the reasons why I personally chose not to join sorority, and why I think it was a good decision for sure. I definitely do not regret my decision at all. Again, I'm very thankful I invested myself in other organizations and other clubs to kind of find my niche and find some really sweet friends. But I'm really glad with my decision. I have been enjoying college so much, but I really wish you luck, and I hope you can make this decision yourself, and I hope that I can at least provide some insight if you're kind of on the fence. I definitely, again, do not think sororities or fraternities are a bad thing whatsoever. I think they provide so much joy, but you just have to make the right decision, and I hope you don't feel pressured into anything. So thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment below, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye!